Como parte del programa de divulgación impulsado por la comunidad, el señor Wayne generosamente ha decidido abrir las puertas de su espectacular mansión a los residentes de la ciudad de Gotham e invitarles personalmente a recorrerla. En el interior encontrarán una exhibición de objetos únicos, antigüedades y obras de arte de incalculable valor. Su guía llegará en cualquier momento para comenzar su recorrido por la mansión. Por favor, les pedimos que durante su visita sean respetuosos con la mansión Wayne, con todo lo que en ella se exhibe, y sigan en todo momento las indicaciones y reglas de la misma. Permanezcan durante toda la visita con su guía. Respeten las limitaciones del recorrido. No toquen ninguno de los elementos que se muestran. La visita comienza en el estudio del señor Wayne.
Bienvenidos. Soy Bruce Wayne, director ejecutivo de Wayne Restraints y residente de toda la vida de la ciudad de Gotham. Me gustaría darles la bienvenida a mi casa, la mansión Wayne. En breves momentos, uno de nuestros guías les mostrará nuestra propiedad. Antes, me gustaría mostrarles mi estudio y mi oficina. Es
Bienvenidos a la mansión Wayne. Bla, bla, reglas, bla, bla. Nada divertido. Bueno, amigos, ¿ya están aburridos? Porque parece que les vendréis bien una buena carcajada. Tomad, probad migas de la risa y os prometo que no podréis dejar de sonreír. Pero si empezáis a sentiros un poco mal, vais a tener que cerrar las salidas y no podréis escapar. ¿Podrá vuestro maravilloso Batman llegar hasta aquí para salvaros?
Por favor, mantengan la calma. Los proponemos lo antes posible. Debido a mi posición en la ciudad de Gotham, a menudo soy objetivo de amenazas e incluso ataques. Por eso, la mansión está dotada de un sistema de evacuación de emergencia y seguridad muy avanzado. Sigan las instrucciones de su guía y del sistema de seguridad para que podamos llevar a cabo la evacuación de manera segura a través de la sala de seguridad. Estarán fuera de la mansión tan rápido como sea posible. Activa el protocolo de emergencia.
Protocolo de emergencia activado. Por favor, diríjanse a la plataforma de extracción W. Por favor, diríjanse a la plataforma de extracción W.
Podría estar en cualquier parte. Si algo sale mal, tomaré el control del vehículo de forma remota.
Cuando vengas a salvaros, será todo mío.
No lo creo, murciélago. Parece que son tus amigos los que van a caer.
Tomo el control. ¡Vamos!
Perdón por el lío.
Yo iré así. Pero espera, Harry, Poison sigue desapareciendo. Les llevamos a un lugar seguro. Apertura de puerta 3.
If a poem was a coaster, this ride would be it. Batman Gotham City Escape was not only a fantastic blend between several different roller coaster elements, all beautifully tied together, but it was done in a way that was also highlighted by seeming and even a pre-show, something that most rides don't offer. That said though, this pre-show does feel like a double-edged sword, as well it does a great job of telling across the story to help set up the ride, as well as combining practical effects, which is a nice touch. It does feel like it's the area where the ride really starts to get going, as the overall queue, outside of the nice facade, is really lackluster. Thankfully, this poor theming does not extend after the pre-show, as the ride really does pick it up into overdrive with a small queue portion between this pre-show and you boarding the vehicle, with some impressive show areas like Batman's Cave, as well as the subway station. While I love this, I would have preferred that Parque Warner instead spent this money a little more diversified, using it mostly for the main queue as well as some more areas of the ride experience. That said though, the park does do a great job of taking into consideration the coaster's layout and where it is amongst that layout to help make up for the areas that don't have some seamed elements. For instance, the section that goes upside down for an extended portion of time. I loved how this area gave you a nice view of the well-seamed land, and is a great step up from rides like Velocicoaster, in which I wish that they would have done something like this, as outside of the show factor, this area doesn't really offer much for the coaster. Not everything about this ride was better than Velocicoaster though, as outside of the queue being better in Velocicoaster, I do love how in the Velocicoaster, the front half of the ride is extremely well seamed, unlike Batman Gotham's Escape, in which most of the ride was unseamed. When it came to the ride experience, those that were included were very minimal and only made up very small sections of the ride. However, they did make up for it via some show scenes. These included that at the start of the ride, as well as that at the end. While these show scenes weren't impressive by any means, they were a nice touch to the ride, and I do wish more coasters would offer show scenes, as they are a great improvement to the ride experience and can help make a memorable difference. Another aspect that I loved about this ride was the restraint, as unlike some coasters which like to play ping pong with your head, this coaster instead utilized a hip-based restraint which allowed for a lot more flexibility and freedom of your upper half while still being secured. In addition to this flexibility, the type of restraint also added more fear to the ride, as despite it being just as safe as the other ones, it did feel less safe at the same time. In the end, Batman Gotham's Escape is a fantastic multi-launch coaster that proudly earned its way as the third best coaster that I've ridden and rivals those of Disney and Universal, only losing out to higher ranking due to its poor theming the majority of the queue. Even with this though, this ride will still be enjoyed by generations of park guests to come, and rightfully so, as it gets a 10 out of 10 on my book.